airline industry is unlike any other industry in that we're selling a perishable item. And when that date expires, we no longer have an opportunity to sell that seat ever again. My name is David Farrell, and I work in revenue management as a strategy analyst at American Airlines. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of factors that go into making that final airfare that our customers are seeing, such as seasonality, holidays, taxes, fees, weather.
We don't look at, we're looking further out, so obviously we don't know if there's going to be a thunderstorm on Tuesday and that's going to affect the price, but let's say it hasn't snowed at all this season in Colorado. No one's going skiing, so the demand is lower, so we're going to have lower fares there. My name is Amy O'Brien. I've spent about 2.5 years in the revenue management department as a strategy analyst and a market analyst. I'd say the number one is probably fuel prices. As fuel prices go up, as they obviously have over the last couple years or so, fares are going to go up. We have to cover our cost of fuel.
But out of all of those, probably the biggest factor is competition. So the airline industry is extremely competitive. There are very few markets that have less than 2 airlines competing for traffic. And when you have high competition in a given market, the best method to grabbing the passengers is going to be the cheapest airfare.
As a company, American has millions of fares in the market. Domestically, about 14,000 different city pairs or combinations of to and froms. And my name is Ricky Lyson. I've been with American now I just crossed my 18th year. Most of that time has been spent in revenue management. Every hour, on the hour, airlines publish changes on the order of hundreds of thousands of changes an hour. And it's a very short cycle time, and it's hyper competitive.
There's definitely a lot of transparency in our industry, unlike a lot of industries, because we have Priceline, all these websites that customers can now go to and know immediately what our airfare is and what all the competitors' airfare is.
And so you have this constant churn where airlines are competing with one another by putting new fares in the market.
So it's not uncommon for a passenger to be shopping for airfare and find a ticket price for a trip that's 1,000 miles, half of what the same ticket price might be for a trip of 500 miles. And that's purely driven off of competition.
You have another layer which is more internal, which is demand-based. So how many people want the seat? Guess what? The more people want it, the more you're going to charge for it. And so you're constantly iterating. And for us, every morning we generate 100 million demand forecasts, and apply those to those millions of fares that we've already established in the market. You come onto the website, you are looking for a seat, you're not alone. And so as you book something and change them, you're taking seats out of inventory. So it's constantly, seats are being taken away, and then people change their mind, decide to do something else, the seats are being added back. How many are going to be available tomorrow? It depends what happens today.
The better our technology, the better we're able to provide the right ticket at the right price, at the right time, to the right customer. And that's getting a lot of things right. And so we use our computer models to forecast demand across all of those different markets and help us achieve the optimized result.
So my friends always ask me, hey, I'm going to travel here. I want to get the best deal possible. That's no surprise, right? That's not unique. I want to get the best deal possible. How do I do that? My answer is book now. That's almost always my answer. The reality is the pricing cycle, the optimization cycles, the availability cycles, all of those layered together, it's a very complex problem. Odds are fares are going to go up. That's the odds. Now on AA.com we have a great tool that can help people to take advantage of that, which is a free 24-hour hold. So you don't have to be certain of it. You don't have to actually apply your credit card to the transaction yet. You go book something, put it on hold, you still got another day to try and figure it out. I hear all the time from people who came to the site, didn't book something, looked around, came back, and the price was higher. That makes me sad, because all you've got to do is put it on hold. And if you do nothing, it cancels and there's no harm. Other airlines don't offer that. They have the reverse, which is you don't call back, your credit card gets charged. And that's kind of enticing for an airline, right? That if you do nothing, you take no action, and I'm going to get your money. Instead, we have a very customer-friendly approach which says you're not bought in now, but you can still secure your place, make sure those seats don't disappear from under you, make sure the price doesn't disappear from out from under you, make sure some other customer doesn't beat you to it, and if the price goes down, you can always start over, but if the price goes up, your spot's still locked in.